In some cases, an eave installation of the inflow vent is not possible, or will not allow proper ventilation into the attic space. In that case, you'll be making a mid-roof installation. And in this chapter, we'll discuss instructions when installing the inflow vent under these circumstances. The process involves 4 steps: installing the initial courses of shingles and underlayment, cutting the vent slot opening, installing the vent, and installing the remaining underlayment and shingles. Begin by nailing a drip edge along the entire length of the eave according to local code requirements. Because of building code requirements, we will show the mid-roof inflow being installed using metal drip edge at the rake edge. When installing underlayment, install it over the entire roof slope. Now install the drip edge metal along the rake edge. The metal edging should extend to a point approximately 24 inches past the second course of the underlayment. This should put the metal drip edge well beyond the inflow vent when it's installed. Once the inflow vent has been installed, you can now finish installing the metal rake edge over the inflow vent and the remainder of the underlayment. We need to install the initial course of shingles. Starting at the eave's edge, install shingles per the manufacturer's instructions until you have installed a full row of shingles that is at least 1 course beyond the home's exterior wall and stump. The next course of shingles will not be nailed to the nail line. Only this course will be face nailed 4.5 inches up from the lower edge of the shingles. This row of exposed nails will be covered by the inflow vent. When nailing 4.5 inches up from the lower edge of the shingles, evenly space the nails until this course of shingles is fully installed. An additional row of 4 nails per shingle should be installed on this course, 1 inch below the top of each shingle on this row. These nails will keep the head of the shingles from sliding down when the ventilation slot is cut. Make a mark 5 inches above the lower edge of the last course of shingles installed, and a second mark 1.5 inches above this line. Also make a mark 6 inches in from the gable end wall at each rake edge to identify the ends of the vent slot opening. Now chalk a line connecting the markings for the vent slot opening. Using a circular saw with a depth set to the thickness of the roof deck, cut and remove all materials from the vent slot opening. Look inside the slot to be certain that any attic insulation is at least 1 inch below the surface of the roof deck to assure proper ventilation. Position the first inflow vent flush with the rake edge, positioning it so the alignment notch is even with the lower edge of the last shingle course installed. Using the nails provided, hand nail the inflow vent in place using the built-in nail holes. Continue installing vents flush with each other from rake edge to rake edge. When installing the final vent, cut away the non-rake edge of the vent if necessary to ensure a factory-finished edge is flush with the rake edge. Once all the inflow vent sections are nailed in place, install underlayment and hand nail starter shingles plus 1 course of roofing shingles on top of the vent, using the 3-inch nails provided. Be sure that the nails fully penetrate the wood deck, and don't drive the nails within the vent slot opening. It's important to be certain not to cover the inflow vent's top intake openings, as this will allow air intake through the top of the vent. You can now continue to install the roofing system. Once beyond the inflow vent, a nail gun and standard roofing nails can be used to install shingle courses according to the shingle manufacturer's specification. The VentSure InFlow Vent is part of a balanced air ventilation system from Owens Corning. When properly installed, this system will help protect your customer's roofing investment, provide a natural ventilation of the attic space, and help enhance your reputation as a knowledgeable roofing professional.